We're the idiots that kicked our parents out.
Yeah,
What?
And surprise them with the news we're going to build their dream home.
No, you're not.
And we're wondering whether it's even possible, because right now their home is riddled with mold, a problem which has been slowly taking over their house for the past 20 years. And the culprit, a 50-year-old rotten roof. And even though last week we replaced the whole thing with a brand new fresh one, back inside the problem continued to spread, because this is way worse than we first anticipated. With the roof fixed, we stopped new moisture coming in, but no matter how hard we tried, there was no way we could remove it all from the inside.
This has left us with no choice but to seek professional help. And what professional mold man told us was quite shocking.
After he run round and done a general assessment of the house, all the visible problems were reading red. Now that was as expected. But then all of a sudden, he got this wand which tests for mold in the air. The mold that is so invisibly dangerous that it slowly attacks your health. And this computer didn't bring good news. Any number between 10 and 20,000 is manageable.
Oh my god, 300,000!
No, it's not.
400,000! 500,000!
Compared to your outdoor, which is only 14,000, so quite high sort
Oh
of
my
mold
God.
count within your materials within the property.
A mold problem as bad as ours isn't even just on the surface, it goes deeper than that. It'll be in the cavity walls, it'll be in the insulation in the loft, it'll be in the plasterboard. It would literally be everywhere, and if we was to solve this ourselves,
We would need to rip everything apart, as there's not one surface upstairs that's not infected.
and that is one hell of a job, and our parents can't live in a container for a year. So, well, we're gonna have to think of another way.
We felt completely hopeless until this message. This right here was our only hope to getting out of this problem. A company called Pure Maintenance UK reached out to us, and within 2 days of messaging was knocking on our door and helping us out with our problem. And they use this patented technology, which is the best way to fix mold.
What it's going to do is going to break down the outer shell of the mould itself, killing it, exposing it to the air, which then the mould can't survive.
And it is crazy how this stuff works.
So essentially, this will kill all the mold.
Because mold lives and breathes on moisture, this dry fog they spray into the airs kills it all instantly. And as they move it around the house, the air pressure builds up inside the house, allowing this dry fog to seep through the walls into the cavities and the loft itself.
The smell is horrific. It burns your eyes, burns your lungs, even though the mask gets through the mask. But at least you know that that stuff is going to kill all specules of mold and sort our problem out so we have no more problems moving forward. And we can actually finally get back to building.
Because for the last 2 weeks, this mold problem has taken up all our brain space. And we have so much cool things to do. But I guess that's just the reality of converting a house. There would have been no point in us skipping this step, because if we did, it would all just come back in a year's time anyway. So once again, big thank you to Pure Maintenance UK for coming out and fixing our problem.
Bye. Just like our mold, he's gone.
And in better news, we've actually got a surprise for you guys.
Check out the merch! Us idiots have designed our very first piece of merch. Embrace your idiot. A message that we've been living and breathing for the last year. But in idiot fashion, this comes with an extra surprise.
Anytime any of you guys buy a piece of merch,
It's actually going to be going towards a crazy surprise for our parents at the end of this project.
if you guys want to help us idiots out and buy yourself some merch, head to...
theprofessionalidiots.co.uk.
Super soft.
We'll see you there.
And with our new hoodies looking so nice, it's made us realise how ugly the actual house is itself. And that was emphasised when last week we replaced all the house roof tiles. But we checked the comments of the last video and you guys told us that jet washing them would bring them back to life.
But as it turns out, the manufacturers of these tiles in particular actually recommend against jet washing. They say that it can strip away the protective layer on here, and that what we did by brushing the tops off was actually the best thing to do. And the thing is, you can't even see these tiles from the floor, so there's no point really making them look amazing. But the tiles that you can see are actually on the front of the house here, and we've got an idea to try and make these look better.
We're giving it a spray.
We're going to be using a chemical treatment to bring these old tiles back to life and hopefully have the nicest looking house on the cul-de-sac.
Oh my God.
And this was so satisfying. We've lived with this house looking so old and naff for the last 20 years, so we had no idea what was hidden beneath the dirt. Maybe this house isn't too bad after all.
Oh, here we go. That looks the nuts.
These are the small extra steps we're just going to be taking to make sure our parents really get the wow factor. Because I know for a fact that they would never ever expect this house to look this good from the outside.
Look at this ugly patch. We're just going to get rid of him and
See the difference, it's mad.
Oh,
Look at that.
this is coming along now.
But once we clean the final few tiles and even clean the windows,
Oh, look at this.
you won't believe that these tiles once looked like this. With the tiles looking this good, it did make us question what we could do with the roof of the house. And there was definitely something missing.
Over here, look who we've got.
DKM, baby!
Ready for some solars?
Oh, always.
Let's go.
That's right, on the roof of the house, we are installing solar panels.
That's 1 out of 11.
But to go above and beyond, we are covering the whole roof with them.
Now, installing these solar panels is super exciting because our whole life, our dad has always stopped us and told us to turn the lights off or never have anything powerful on in the house. So now, at least, Dan, what can we tell him?
We can tell him that he's saving himself money. He can't complain at Joshy Poo.
And I can leave the lights on for free. Thank you, sunshine.
But installing solar panels on a pitched roof isn't easy. They have to be fixed down to withstand the harshest of weathers. And to make sure they don't fly off, you have to bolt these feet down.
That is solid.
Oh,
That's
look at
so solid.
that.
The raft that was moving.
And once the feet were in place, you had to waterproof it by replacing all the tiles around it.
Oh, and there's leeway. Oh, that's perfect.
So we sped ahead and installed all the feet around the rest of the roof. Everything was flying in and seeming easy, but the weather had different ideas. But despite that, the idiot still pulled through.
One more foot. Let's get it on.
And whilst Dan was working so hard on the roof, I had a cheeky surprise for him.
Okay, so Dan and Toby have been working so hard in the pouring rain all day up there. We've got a surprise bit of merch for Dan to have. Professional idiot electrician. That's another thing to this merch, is it's customizable because we believe that anyone in the world can be a professional idiot. Look at the state of that. Look at that. You're a mess.
No way. Electrician. You got editor and I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Was you?
So jealous, yeah.
What do you reckon to that?
Pucker, man. That's absolutely pucker.
Professional idiot
And it's my blue.
It's your blue.
It's my blue.
You can get it for gifts, you can get it for Christmas. Dan's happy, I'm happy.
I'm gassed.
It works with tradesmen as well. If they're like a chippy,
Yeah.
carpenter, do you know what I mean?
Anybody.
Anyone.
Anyone's an idiot. They're all idiots.
We're all idiots! After we realised we were all idiots, we cracked on and installed the rails for the solar panels. These are what the panels themselves actually sit on and fix to. And the weather was turning for the worst, but we still had to crack on and get this thing done tonight.
It's officially railed up and ready for solar panels, and you're probably wondering why are we working when it's so dark? And that's because old dodgy Dan here, he's got to leave tonight and he can't stay until tomorrow, so we've got to get it done while he's here. So we're going to be working until it's pitch black and until this thing is solar paneled up. First panel!
Now, installing solar panels in the pitch black and the rain isn't the best of ideas. In fact, it was pretty stupid of us.
This is stupid. It's just started to rain.
With the rain picking up, our camera equipment was just getting destroyed. The roof tiles were becoming slippery, and we were so close to just giving up. But in true professional idiot fashion, we pulled through like a train, and we got these solar panels completed. We may be stupid, but we are super determined. Rain or shine, we are building our parents their dream home.
And officially, we have solar panels on the roof. I can't believe this, by the way. It's crazy. And do you know what's crazier? How different it was up here only 8 hours ago. What the hell? We was fighting for our lives. So now the solar panels are done, there is one more thing we have to get up through the roof before the scaffold can come down. And that is on this side of the roof, over here. And that's the log burner flue.
In this corner of our parents' living room, we have plans to surprise them with their very own dream log burner. But because they can reach dangerously high temperatures, they can't sit directly on the floor. So we need to build a thing called a hearth. And a hearth is any sort of fireproof material which can surround the log burner, preventing any fire risk.
Okay, so this is roughly how the hearth's gonna look. We're gonna cut a nice curved edge along here, and I don't know, I've never done this before.
And for our hearth, we went for natural stone slabs. And that's because our dad is a landscaper and this is his favourite type of stone. And one other thing I know he loves is a curved slab. So using as many skills as he's taught me, I'm trying to cut him in the perfect curve.
And that is one slice of slab pizza.
And to install this down for years to come, we're using just a normal sand and cement mix. And when these slabs start getting placed in position, this hearth starts coming to life. But the work doesn't stop there. In between each slab, we have to put some fireproof cement, which makes these slabs look so good, and also hopefully makes this thing pucker. But because the walls of the house aren't fireproof itself, you have to install the slabs vertically too.
Oh, check the hearth out. The hearth is looking absolutely amazing, and the best is yet to come. We've actually got the log burner itself, and for that we have something super exciting and sentimental. Now, 2 years ago, I built this garage for me and Maddie to live in, and I made one promise to myself every single year, and that was to ignite this fire, fit the flue, and sit here with a cup of tea like Toby and Maddie are right now, and just have a fire.
Never happened.
It's just never happened.
Never happened.
We've never gotten around to it. We just can't find the time. And ever since I plonked it in the garage, Mum has not stopped going on about how jealous she is that I might one day install a log burner. So what better place to put it than in our own living room?
So heavy.
And Mum knows how much I love this log burner, so she's never ever going to expect that I'll do this. So mission, make the dream a reality. Firstly, take a quick look at the log burner. After 2 years rotting away in my place, it's not looking too good. So we're going to be giving it some TLC and a quick facelift. We started by standing back the whole thing in the nooks and crannies and wiping down all the dust and debris.
And the craziest thing, when I bought this, they actually gave me the same colour paint to paint it with, and I never actually got around to it. Finally, we can.
Oh, look at that!
Oh, wow!
And finally seeing this log burner get the love it deserves really got me excited. I can't believe by the end of this video we are going to have its first ever fire.
And that there is a facelift of a log burner.
But a log burner is pointless without a flue. We need a way to get smoke from this part of the house up to the roof. And that means we're gonna have to go up through the spare bedroom cupboard. Which would be okay, however, we filled it all up with Mum and Dad's stuff when clearing the living room out. Which means that right now, everything is in the way. And unfortunately for us, we've got to clear it all before we can put the flue in.
Clearance commence.
So with excitement being so high and patience wearing thin, we were straight to clearing the room out. But we underestimated how long this would take and how much stuff Mum and Dad actually had.
It's so hard to figure out what to bin and what to keep. Look, there's 2 watches. I don't think I've ever seen Dad wear these in his life.
But they might be worth something.
All the stuff in this room is a 50-50 chance that they're going to want to keep it. But we leant more towards the bin. And once the room was empty...
This is crazy. The room is more or less empty now.
And once we removed the old carpet, we had all the old floorboards.
Oh. Reveal floorboards! What the hell?
And of course, of all this removal, we needed a skip. And that was being collected tomorrow. So just before that went, we might as well fill it up with the stuff from the other room.
We've still got a full room full of stuff.
And by getting all this cleared today, it makes our job way easier in the future.
Here we go. Now, alongside the mould treatment, Mould Man also told us that this should be installed properly because right now, it's just freestanding.
And old tumble dryers don't work that well.
What the hell? That wasn't condensing anything.
So we removed the old tumble dryer out of the home and we finally had 2 of the smaller bedrooms cleared. But with the recent removal of the tumble dryer, we have to get another one installed. Because right now we're living here while working and we need a place to dry our clothes.
So before we can fit any tumble dryer in this small little cupboard, we have to move all the gas meter, the pipes and everything and build a shelf for it to sit on.
And in this cupboard is where all the main water supply is. So Richard, our plumber, come round and stop the water supply from outside the house.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, as tight as I can get it.
Okay.
And once he drained the water from all the taps...
What's the plan now, Richard?
I said I'm going to rip all this out. I'm going to put a new stopcock in it, a new feed.
Okay.
Because for some reason, this main stopcock was actually slowing the flow into our house. Is there anything actually right with this place?
And now all the plumbing was done. Should we give it a test, Richard?
Yeah. Right, let's turn this water main on. Sounds pretty good.
Let's test the flow.
Oh yeah, that's pucker.
With our most recent upgrades, we can start to build a shelf for our new tumble dryer. Because we know how much Mum would love a raised tumble dryer. And to build the shelf, we're using an off-cut bit of worktop and cutting it to the size of the cupboard.
Hey!
Oh, she's pucker. What a perfect height. No more bending over when you're wanting to get the clothes out of the dryer. And she's strong.
And as directed by Mould Man, we're going to install this thing properly, venting all the damp air from the clothes to the outside rather than inside the house.
Hey! Hey! What the hell? Oh, I can't believe all that used to be so mouldy.
But once we finished cutting a hole into the inside, we could install our vent pipe.
Woohoo! And for the tumble dryer, we went for this guy. This is a compact tumble dryer. And even though the inside's so small, it still fits.
All of our idiot merch.
Just about. And quite honestly, this is perfect size for our parents because they always complain about how much it costs to run, and they only ever use it in emergencies for like bedding and stuff, so they'll be happy with that.
And all that was left to do was to fully plumb this thing up.
Oh, there we go.
Oh! That's going directly down as well. Woohoo! Tumble dryer.
This is such a small minor detail, but I know Mum will love it. And for the time being, we've got somewhere to dry our clothes. And after that massive side quest, we finally come back to the reason behind that whole thing. With the clear rooms upstairs, we can start installing a log burner.
I've never seen Josh this excited about anything before. But because we don't want to burn the house down and it could be really dangerous if we do it wrong, we're going to get a professional in to help us.
This is Stubby. He's a heat test qualified fireman, and he's offered to help us bring this fireplace to life in our parents' home.
I can't tell you guys how surreal this feels, having Stubby down helping us install this thing. It feels like we're actually going to have fire in this place soon, and yo, it's just such a long time coming, this dream, isn't it? This is crazy.
This is so sick. Big up the log burner.
Now, as exciting as log burners are, we have to take this installation very seriously, because you are installing a fire to be inside a house.
Are you confident we're going to have fire today? Oh.
We started off with the flue part that comes directly out the log burner, and this will help us find where the hole should be cut in the roof. Once we marked her up, we could start cutting it out. The first circle is the diameter of the flue, and then you allow a 5 centimeter gap all the way around so the house doesn't catch a light.
No! Holy! I didn't expect that. And the best part about this merch is it's so hard wearing and so pucker. Like brand new again, baby!
From the log burner, we have access into the room above. And now from that room, we need to go up through to the tiles.
There's our hole.
That's a hole.
And inside that hole, we can see the brand new felt we just installed.
All right, so now we've got to head up to the roof and try and find which tile it is that we need to take off.
While Toby was pushing it up from the inside, Maddie was on the hunt. And once we took away the tile, there you go, we have our hole. And with a clear pathway for the whole flue to go all the way through the house, we started leveling and finalizing the flue pipes. This goes together exactly like Lego.
Oh, that's pucker.
All right, and now because the flue pipe is actually going directly up through the roof, sticking out a few meters, you've got to install these brackets which bolt to the wall and fix this thing in place and stop it from wobbling. That's what we're doing now.
So once we made it nice and secure, we could start adding the final lengths of meters. And before we knew it, we was actually heading up onto the roof. But for a log burner man, he wasn't so comfortable.
They are.
Hey.
They are sketchy people, aren't they?
A flue man that's scared of heights.
I've always got to be like...
So while Stubby held onto the scaffold for dear life, he directed us how to install the flashing.
Reversing the job.
This massive piece of rubber is there to make this thing waterproof. And Stubby's here to make sure that it was done correctly. So as long as everything goes smoothly with this team, this should be a waterproof, correctly installed flue. The flashing simply gets laid down and the tiles get tiled back in around it. And with that sorted, we can go even higher and finally get around to installing the last piece of the puzzle. So that's it, the flue is finally installed, and we are just moments away from lighting the fire for the first time.
And the flue's done just in time because outside is now teaming it down.
That is crazy timing. A bit of luck, bit of skill.
The perfect weather to sit around a cozy, warm fire. Big thank you to Stubby for coming out and helping us out, and he's even given us all the logs to start the fire.
Look at the log burner in Mum and Dad's living room. She's never ever gonna believe that I've given her my log burner, and I can't believe I'm so excited to actually have done it and let her see it for the first time. It's gonna be crazy, her reaction. But what is also super exciting is the extra surprise you got for them at the end of this whole series, and don't forget, you guys can directly support that and make it happen by buying yourself some merch, getting nice and soft, cozy, ready for the winter. And it's finally time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to get this thing lit up once and for all. Oh! Oh, here we go!
Oh my god, this is so scary.
We've got a fire inside the house. Whoa! Oh, this is sick. Oh, you can turn it up and down. This is one of the most surreal things I've ever seen inside our parents' house. Because growing up, this is how the house looked. And to see how it's looking today, just 5 weeks after starting this renovation series, it's crazy. This is one of the craziest days we've had in this build so far. After all these years. Look at it. Just look at it. The log burner's going, man. What the hell? Oh, let's check the roof. Let's check the roof. That's so underwhelming.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was gonna be like smoking. How?
I was just meant to come up and This is chilling. What a crazy week. We have smashed it. Thank you so much to everyone who has still watched this video up until this point. You guys, I know I tell you this every week, but you are directly making this dream possible for us and for our parents, so thank you so much for tuning in. And big thank you to Stubby Flues for coming out helping us install this thing. I'm loving it so much. And big thank you to Pure Maintenance UK for coming out and solving our mold problem. That is a huge weight lifted off our shoulders and actually means we can start moving forward with the build and making this home look amazing once and for all. If you guys are excited to see our parents' reaction, make sure you guys subscribe because this series is getting good now. Woo! We're so excited. We love you all. We'll see you next week. See you Sunday. Goodbye.
You love the t-shirt now.
Let me read it. Look.
Online.
I'm recording it.
No.
Look at the editor.
It's me.
It's like a glove. Look at that. That's Parker.
Yeah, nice.